2015 was a very hard year for WWE. The ratings of the show went down and the booking sucked. But the one thing that kept fans from leaving was the great matches. There are always the 3-minute match that suck. But this isn't what this is about. This is about the great matches in 2015 that WWE had to offer. 10. Seth Rollins vs. Neville. Raw August 3rd, 2015. This was a crazy fast-paced match. When Neville had control, it was one of the fastest-paced matches ever. When Rollins had control, it felt like a big show match. But now looking at it, it was still a pretty fast pace. I don't have a lot to say about this match, but my favorite part was when Neville did a backflip thing onto the outside, and Seth had the wherewithal to make it to the ropes after the red arrow, and countered the second red arrow. But awesome match. 9. John Cena vs. Cesaro. Raw July 6th, 2015. This was the best of John Cena's open challenge. So all year John Cena did this open challenge, giving underused, underrated, and very talented wrestlers a chance to beat the great John Cena and launch their careers. But even if they lost, their talent was showcased and everyone saw how great they were. But this was something else. We all knew Cesaro was a very great wrestler, but we didn't know he was this great. Cesaro had great matches all year. In this match, Cesaro used technical wrestling skills and all of the new moves he always is adding in his moveset. This match was about a half hour with all the commercials and it was interesting all the way. I thought Cesaro was going to pull this one off, but I guess not. Lol. 8. The New Day vs. the Lucha Dragons vs. the Usos. TLC. Okay, so another ladder match. As you can tell, that is one of my favorite match types in wrestling. But this match was the match where one of the coolest spots in ladder match history happened. The Salida del Sol off the ladder through another ladder. It was awesome. Yeah, that was awesome. I could watch that 100 times, and I already have watched it 100 times, and it was awesome. The match was very fast-paced and had a lot of great spots. It was great to see Kofi Kingston on top of the ladder being declared the winner. Finally, after all the work Kofi Kingston put into the ladder match, he finally won. 7. Kevin Owens vs. John Cena. Money in the Bank. Awesome. This match was just awesome. This was one of my favorite matches of the year because there were so many amazing counters. And don't forget, each man pulled off amazing new moves we have never seen from them. Hell, we never saw some of those moves in WWE history, or in the history of wrestling. Kevin Owens missed the springboard moonsault, but he was close. But as usual, Cena wins. Lol. 6. Brock Lesnar vs. Undertaker. Hell in a Cell. So this match wasn't PG. It was just physical, and I, like everyone else, loved it. Brock Lesnar ripping up the ring was awesome, and all a very physical match. There was a lot of blood. Brock Lesnar had 2 cuts, I think, and Brock Lesnar doing a low blow to was cool, and Brock Lesnar gets the win after he F5 at Undertaker onto the wood panels of the ring. 5. John Cena vs. Seth Rollins. SummerSlam. So many great things to say about this match, and you know a match is important when Seth Rollins pulls out an all-white look. Then there was the match where winner takes all WWE Championship and the United States Championship. And I liked this match because it had so many great counters and great moves. Seth Rollins, I remember he pulled out standing moonsault, which was amazing in my opinion. And Seth did 2 suicide dives and he did a flip dive. He also countered 5 knuckle shuffle about 10 times. And the Jon Stewart part kind of surprised me, because I never thought they would turn a guest host heel. But of course John Cena buried Jon Stewart the Raw after with the AA, but all I liked the ending was Seth winning. 4. Roman Reigns vs. Brock Lesnar. WrestleMania 31. So this was an amazing match with Brock Lesnar controlling most of it. It was hard for me to get behind Roman because I love Brock Lesnar, but it was kind of cool seeing Roman smile after this whole beatdown from Lesnar. Then Reigns started coming back, hitting 3 Superman punches that took him down to a knee. Then he hit 1 spear and then another and then pinned Lesnar. He kicked out of 2. Time froze as both men sat in the room middle of the ring. Then Reigns was looking for 1 more spear and Lesnar countered it into a F5 and hit it. Both men in the middle of the ring. We heard the music of Seth Rollins. He ran down to the ring, said he was cashing in. He strikes quick, almost hitting Lesnar with the curb stop. But Lesnar countered, putting Rollins on his shoulders. Then Reigns speared Lesnar while Rollins was on top of Lesnar's shoulders. Then Rollins nailed Reigns with the curb stomp for the 1, 2, 3. It was a great way to end WrestleMania. 3. Kevin Owens vs. John Cena. Elimination Chamber. And this one, I was cheering for Owens all the way, and surprisingly he won. This is a hard-fought match and better than the second one. This match caught me by surprise. I watched Owens in NXT, but I never knew he was this good. He pulled out new moves, catching everyone by surprise. Of course everyone was cheering for Owens in this match and so was I, but Kevin Owens picks up a win his first match, and it was against the Superman himself, John Cena. 2. Bayley vs. Sasha Banks, NXT TakeOver, Brooklyn. So I take the best NXT match this year and put it in this video, and this was the best next match this year. Surprisingly, well, not surprisingly for NXT, it was the women that came up on top. The NXT women's division was great this year, clearly better than the main roster. In this match is no different, having great new moves and enough time to do some work. Sasha Banks and Bayley may be the best women's wrestlers in the world. This match was back and forth with both women having the edge at some point in this match. Bayley nailed Sasha with an awesome reverse Frankensteiner from the top rope. Sasha landed straight on her head, and it was great to see all the four horsemen together with Bayley as champ. 1. Brock Lesnar vs. Seth Rollins vs. John Cena, Royal Rumble. There are no words that can describe this match. It was awesome. It was a great way to start off 2015. Clearly my favorite match this year, and well so. It deserves the top spot on this list. Each man gave it all in this match. Whether it's Seth Rollins elbow dropping Brock Lesnar through the announcing table, or doing a Phoenix splash onto John Cena, or getting German suplexed by Brock Lesnar. It was a great match and should have been the main event of this pay-per-view. But it wasn't. The main event was a terrible Royal Rumble match. But all in all, clearly the best match of the year. Thanks for watching and remember to subscribe to WWK on YouTube.